Welcome everybody to YouTube world, or welcome to my channel on YouTube. I don't know. I guess that's how you would say it. I'm over here at work right now. We are planning on doing the moving thing today when we get off of work. Hopefully, I don't know. Dad's truck's still messed up, so we'll see how that works out. Um, but yeah, so we got a phone call. We're gonna move in tonight. All right. So we're signing for the house tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But we're actually getting the keys to the house tonight so that we can go ahead and start living there because we have to be out of the apartment by today. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I'm just like I said. I'm waiting until 4:30 so I can get out of here and start getting all the stuff over. Um, it's been pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. The whole up and down, the emotions, the yes, no, maybes, like all of that crap, man. That whenever you go to get a house, see the house that we got. Hold on, let me go somewhere where there's light. Why are you talking? Sorry. Are you, I'm just kidding, Missy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. um, but what's it called? Anyway, sorry. That was Missy, boss's daughter. Yeah, that's how cool I am around here. I get to tell the boss's daughter why she's talking. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, so if you're planning to buy a house, basically what the whole process was we call the realtor. I mean, I guess find a realtor that you like. I guess I don't know. We already had known this girl because when I worked at Tractor Supply, she used to be a customer of mine. So it actually worked out perfectly. So, anyways, we got in contact with her, and she put us on a little list that emails you. Basically like you're put on a some sort of portal or listing thing. You type the type of house you're looking for. Are you looking for a big property? You're looking for 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. So you basically fill out that stuff, and then it will filter out all of the houses that meet the requirement, whatever. So basically, you're getting emails nonstop of houses within your price range, all of that. So basically, see, it's kind of confusing though because in order to look for a house, you have to know what your price range is. But whenever you see, I guess the best thing to do, see, we did everything a little, bah, 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 bah. So the best thing that we should have done was we should have gotten with the realtor, immediately gone and called, the loan officer and stuff, or whoever, whatever they're called, the people that give you the loan. You get approved for a certain amount, and then you know what you can go look for. So that's what we did. We were approved for a pretty good amount. And then we went and started looking for houses, not necessarily at the amount that you're approved for, because you gotta think you're gonna have to pay property taxes, you're gonna have to pay, the electricity bill. So let's say you were approved for $250,000. Don't go and get a $250,000 house if you already have bills like car payment, kids, that go to daycare. I mean, that's $160 a week for my son by himself just to go to daycare. So $160 straight out of the check, gone, there, gone. So, but yeah, so you get approved. My suggestion is to always get a house, not always get a house, but basically get a house a little bit under your price range. That way you're comfortable. The whole point of home ownership is to be comfortable and not feel like you're drowning and barely keeping the lights on, So you get you something that's going to be reasonable for your expectations with your kids or your wife or your husband, whatever you got going on. So yeah, get the realtor, get them on the phone, get them connected, or get them to connect you with a loan officer, whatever. Get your price range for the house and start looking. Literally, you can ask the realtor anything you want, as much questions as you want. Personally, our realtor is amazing. She would send us text messages at 10 o'clock at night responding to something that we had asked, things like that. So she's always there. She's always on top of it, and definitely provides answers when you need it, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. It's scary and you don't know the lingo. When you start talking percentages and, it's okay, 3.5% down of whatever the house is called, but don't worry because then there's gonna be a thing with escrow and da 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 and the back da da da. So all these terms you're gonna freak out. You're gonna get a little nervous, but it's okay. It's fine. Once you get comfortable with the terms, because you're obviously gonna be talking to your realtor for a month, maybe more when you're looking for the house. So you'll get used to the terms. They'll obviously explain to you in detail what everything means. So once you basically go through your emails, find a house that you like, you go look at it. Let's say the first house you see, you want it. What you do is you tell your realtor that you want to put an offer in that house. So let's say the house is $200,000. You can pretty much bet that whoever posts or whoever's selling a house is probably selling the house for a lot more than it's worth because they're expecting to negotiate. So right off the bat, a $200,000 house that's listed for that price, you can offer 190. But see, the trick is we got a USDA loan, United States Department of Agriculture loan. What that means is instead of me paying the 3.5% down of whatever the cost of the house is, meaning if my house cost $190,000 or $200,000 and I had to put 2.5% down or 3.5% down, I'm not good at math, but that would have been a few $1,000s, and most people don't have that right up front. So we were able to get a USDA loan, which means 3.5% of the house cost gets thrown as a second loan onto your mortgage. But it sounds scary because you're thinking, holy shit, I already have a mortgage, or I'm about to have a mortgage. So what do I do? I can't afford a second loan. But really, the second loan is for 15 years. So if you owe, let's say you owe $4,000, for us, like it would be 15 years. And I think it's only like $60 more on your mortgage a month, which is not bad at all. So we got lucky. We only have about $1,900 that we took out a loan for, to cover the closing costs, because when you negotiate, the best thing for us was that we didn't want to put anything down. We didn't want to pay nothing. We didn't want to out of pocket nothing. So basically, you tell the realtor that, they end up negotiating with the homeowner. So basically, if the house is $200,000, you tell them, I'll pay $200,000 if you cover closing costs, which closing costs could be $10,000, it could be $8,000. Our closing costs came out to almost $8,000. So the realtor or the homeowner agreed to pay $8,000 or $7,000, whatever. And so basically we owe about $1,900. That's the loan that we had to take. Which is not a problem at all. We'll get that paid off in a month or two. But the point is, don't be scared of everything. It's an awesome process, scary process. You're going to have a lot of ups and downs, a lot of emotions, because they're going to send you messages saying, perfect, we got everything. You're good. And then 5 minutes later, hey, we need tax form 14,001 from 2016, da-da-da. So make sure you save all of your paperwork. Make sure you're on top of things like that, because they're going to ask you for everything. They down to them looking at your bank account and seeing, your spending habits and stuff. Because nobody's going to give you a loan for $180,000 if you've got $30 in your bank account at all times and you're always broke. So who's this? Who's this coming up to me? He didn't see me. Hey! Motherfucker! Didn't even see me. I was standing right there, dude. I was standing right there. Holy hell. Anyways, but so yeah. So with us, we basically called the realtor and we let her know, listen, we want to put an offer on the house. We want to put an offer of $188,000. So she said, perfect. But the condition with us is that we want the seller to pay for closing costs. She negotiated with the guy. It's a pretty quick process. If you have a good realtor, she'll get right on it. She'll probably get you a response as quick as the seller responds. So everything worked out perfectly. The only thing that took forever, though, was waiting for USDA to approve everything. Because at the end of the day, the loan officer tells you you're approved, but then he'll go and he has to get a stamp of approval from someone else, like his higher up. So that's what I mean about you get a lot of yes and no's and yes and no's and maybe, and man, it's your heart literally is like, I can't take this shit. I can't take it no more. This is terrifying. And then for what? For like the last minute for them to tell us, sorry man, like no, we can't, because anything they could literally do. I heard a horror story that Joe told me that people will be at the table ready to sign for their house and something pops up. I think one horror story was that he told me that his lawyers told him was that there was a couple that sat down to sign for their house, and the lender, whoever it was that was lending them the money, found out that the husband was no longer employed because he was switching to another job within 2 weeks, and they didn't give him the house. Can you imagine that, dude? Like, that's how tight they are with that stuff. So even though the guy had been working the whole time and had all the proof, check stubs, everything, but the fact that he had to switch jobs within 2 weeks and he did it right in the middle of him signing the house, it screwed it, took it off the table. I would die. My wife would divorce me. It would just be horrible. She probably wouldn't divorce me, but it'd be so freaking bad. But
really?
What?
Really?
What? What? Is there a list in my hand?
You live in that damn thing, man. Put it down for a second.
Why? Why?
Go scare him, not freaking complain. Oh, I'm complaining.
He's a complainer. I want the whole world to see Porter and how he. This is the most pain in the butt boss. I got all the orders done, but he still finds something to complain about. What?
We got a rock truck out there that has no one to unload it.
Where's Joe?
I don't know where Joe is.
What? You mean the guy that's been here 3 years and should be on top of everything? You're on me?
Josh is loading Tim's truck, who's in the back. We got a rock truck out here waiting on the up to load something.
All right, guys. I got to get back to work because Papa Joe over here wants me to unload some rock trucks. So I'll get back to you in a minute, and thank you for tuning in. All right.